guys, welcome back to another video from Hoops Empire. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the idea that the 2021 championship may or may not come with an asterisk, so to speak, therefore invalidating the championship in the public eye. Let's just start by saying, no, that's absurd to do, and in no way does this championship come with any sort of asterisk. Every champion has had their fair share of luck along the path to a ring. Last year was the bubble. The Lakers were crowned the champs in a very odd situation, which saw lots of players deal with injury, lots of players deal with COVID, and lots of players play differently than they usually would, whether it be for the better or worse. Looking at the Lakers' path, in the finals alone, Bam Adebayo missed the better part of the first half of a 6-game series. Dragic missed games. If Bam and Dragic had played at full strength the entire time, it could have been much different. In reality, it was only a 6-game series. But again, every team has their fair share of luck. In 2019, the Toronto Raptors had one of the most memorable playoff runs of the last decade. Whether you remember the championship parade or the Kawhi game winner, it was a remarkably fun run. It cemented Kawhi Leonard as a top 3 player in the NBA and a legit NBA great. However, they as well had their fair share of injury luck to help them get there. Kevin Durant missed all but 11 minutes of the NBA Finals, and Klay Thompson missed a game as well. And now this year, you could say both of the teams in the finals wouldn't be there if it weren't for injuries. But again, it's a pointless argument. Injuries are a part of the game. Injuries happen every year. For the Bucks, Trae Young missed games 4 and 5 and was a shell of himself in the final game. James Harden missed 3 out of the 7 games against the Bucks. Kyrie missed the final 3 games. For the Suns, LeBron played hurt and AD missed 2 games. Kawhi Leonard missed the entirety of the Western Conference Finals. But again, none of that matters now. In a year or two, we will only know either the Suns or the Bucks as champions, not as the champions that only won because Kawhi and James Harden missed games. This will be the case with any champion. It always will. However, some feel that this year is different because of a more challenging situation. The short offseason into a back-to-back packed, shortened season that has seen star after star go down with soft tissue injuries or even worse. In fact, there was 2,909 games missed due to soft tissue injuries, the second highest since it was recorded in 2005, second to the 17-18 season, an 82-game season compared to this year's 72. Soft tissue injuries can often be tied to fatigue and stress on the muscles, which makes sense speaking how condensed this season was. The 2021 All-Stars missed 370 games out of a possible 1,944. A staggering 19% of games, or about 1/5 of all games, the All-Stars missed. This is the highest percentage of injuries of that kind in NBA history. Multiple executives have also tied the health and safety protocols and the restrictive nature of them to the injury spike among stars. The never-ending schedule to keep up with the protocols led to more rest days, and in turn, less training and less practice, which can make players more susceptible to injury. LeBron James tied it back to the bubble and the short offseason that ensued. The 71-day offseason that the Lakers and Heat had was the shortest in recorded history in all of major sports. However, the league themselves have completely denied the claims of inflated injuries, stating injuries are actually at a similar rate to last season. Officials note that in a normal calendar year, teams play 82 games and return after 14 weeks off. Over this 2-year period, the average team played 20 fewer games than it would have in such a stretch and had an additional 2 months off. Of course, those numbers don't take into account the complicating factors brought by the pandemic, such as early testing times or other elements tied to the health and safety protocols. This largely feels like cover-up, because like stated before, with the soft tissue injuries being up, stars in particular have stated how much more difficult this season has been compared to others. So who's to believe? The league, using cherry-picked data to prove a point, or the players and the coaches, stating this has been their most difficult year or two of their professional careers? Regardless, it brings us back to the original point of the video. The placement of an asterisk on a title run. It's asinine to do so. Like said before, any and all injuries are largely forgotten just months after the title is won, and people tend to appreciate the champ for what they are and what they accomplished, not what others didn't accomplish. Let's congratulate either the Bucks or Suns for doing what others couldn't, staying the course through a grueling season, outlasting the rest, training and working harder. Whoever comes out on top, in my opinion, will be one of the most impressive champions ever. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below, like the video, and most importantly, have a good one.